Gamers, welcome back. Dragon Age Origins, episode 85. It's a new night, and we're back. Now, I don't think the synopsis has changed. Yeah, you found the one elvish elusive clan. It's the same thing that we've read the last 2 or 3 times, so we're just going to jump back in. We're still dealing with the werewolf layer, right? I think we're at the, what I'm assuming is like the final bit of it, but it might keep going on even further, so. We ran back to camp. I think we emptied our bags out, but I'm not 100% sure. And then we logged off, so that's the last thing I remember. Hydrate check. Make sure you're drinking your water. But,
Yes, it's healing. Don't touch it.
But it's distracting. Can I rub it through the bandage? That's not really scratching.
Alistair, if you open that wound up, I'm not going to heal it again. You can just treat it yourself.
Leave it alone,
and
Alistair.
If it festers, weeping bloody pus, and burns like the flames of Andraste's pyre, don't come to me.
Well, we only have 20 slots. Not a ton to work with, but I do have a lot of gear that I want to keep, so.
All I'm going to say is, Alistair, didn't I tell you not to touch it?
It won't really fester, will it?
Why don't you try scratching and see?
This should be easy enough.
I guess it doesn't itch so much now.
Oh, it doesn't itch so much now, huh? I went the wrong way again. Alright, back to the cave. It's a little bit of a run over there, but there have been 4 blights in total. The last ended 400 years ago at the Battle of Aislay. So the last blight hasn't taken place for 400 years, God. I was just thinking of how interesting it would be to play a D&D campaign in a world set like this. I don't know if any of you guys have ever played D&D or D&D gamers, but if you're ever interested, I highly recommend it. And if you have no idea how to get into it, Critical Role is a great way for, you know, most newbies to ease into Dungeons and Dragons and like what it means to be like a non-serious, goofy kind of role player, just having fun with your friends, you know, just fudging rules and having a good time, you know. That's what D&D really is. But it would be a really cool campaign world to play through. A world where it's known about this blight, and it happens sporadically. It's happened a couple times throughout history. People don't really know exactly why. It's basically this looming evil that they can't get rid of. And it's here to stay. That's really cool. I feel like that's like the great, or a great, excuse me. I feel like that's a great setting for a Dungeons and Dragons world. And obviously it works because it works here, right? So it would work in D&D, I feel like. This is a fantasy game, RPG. Now I know they're different. One's a tabletop and one's an actual video game, but Dungeons and Dragons was a game that I thought was a nerd's game and a loser's game until I was, I think, 18, and a group of my friends decided to try it and invited me to play. And I said, you know what, sure, I'll play. I'll give it a try. And it became one of the best games I'd ever played, man. It was so much fun. Nothing like being emotionally invested in an imaginary character with your friends and like going through trials and tribulations, making bonds, crazy decisions. You get to live out this different fantasy. Like, it's just so cool, man. So I highly recommend it. If you're even remotely interested, give it a chance. You might love it. And there's tons of ways to get into it, even if you don't have friends that are into it. There's campaigns online. You could I've thought about setting up when I was doing Twitch, I thought about doing like a subscriber campaign, and maybe we could do that on the channel, you know, who knows. If I get enough people interested, or, you know, maybe me and my friends could do some, I'd maybe love to... I've DM'd before, and I put a lot of work into it, and my friends didn't really appreciate it, it felt like. They were
Let's get started.
usually not as invested, not really... They didn't really care. I'd ask them things, and they would be super late to, like, getting back to me about things, or they just seemed very uninterested. And then a wedding came up between my friends. One of they were both in the campaign. They got married, and we took a break for like a month, and it just never picked back up after that. So I could get a separate group, a much smaller group, because that group was big, so it was hard to keep everyone kind of wrangled. But maybe I could get a smaller group and we could do something. Or, you know, if we get some subscribers on the channel that are interested, maybe we could do something. I think it could be fun to roleplay with some strangers. I've never done that, but... Yeah, 2025, I'm just trying to do a bunch of... I got a lot planned for this year, both on the channel and in my personal life, so... It's going to be a really, really good year. I'm super excited. Now, these walls, any of them could be invisible doors, so I should kind of keep an eye out for that. Or at least I think. We've been given that clue before. Well, no, not there.
Trap. As you wish.
So that's right, the last thing we did last night was disarm all the traps, and we made our way forward a little bit and saw the door. Yeah, and then we just left. Because I was like, I feel like this is a big room. So let's hit a save. And wish me luck. Yeah, the game's saving for me. That's always a great sign. A satellite dish in the middle?
Let's get started.
Big whirlwind. Dude, we're a bit of a demon. Alright, not very much on them. Surely there's a book here that I can read, right? Oh god, not an arcane horror. I don't know what that is, but it looks terrifying. Both you get your wisps out there. I think I'd actually rather do this, have it like, maybe even have it like this. Because where's Wind's wisp? Right here? What about like this? Yeah, I like that. Something tells me that that thing is about to mess me up. Why are you flame bursting him, man? Freeze that thing. And I need you to rip mana from it. So get closer and... Oh god.
Let's get started.
If I cross these thresholds, is that what... Yep, it is. Okay. I need you to deal with the mage, because clearly I cannot. It resisted. Super fun. I don't know if that's in range. Maybe you should get closer.
I shall do it.
How are you resisting, man? Seven on you, maybe? I'm gonna hit him. Just gonna move him. Need to pocket her. She's the one way we get through this. Maybe I have vulnerability hex? Get a life ward on her in case she goes down. I mean, I'll try and see if I can go past, but yeah, no, you can't. He's just bugged. Do your thing, Morgan.
Another corpse for the pile.
Oh, more. Cut his head off. Sarcophagus. A Viridium Dagger, tier 4. Weird.
As you wish.
Ancient Elven Armor. It's medium armor, 2 dex, 2 armor, 10 spirit resistance. It's pretty solid, not as good as ours, but... And then the white sheer. Peculiar and rare. A single run of the spirit took color and what has optimistically been called flavor from lyrium in the cask bilge hoop. A sipping whiskey if you value your innards. Circa 790 TE. Ancient Elven Armor. Before the fall of Arthalan, or Arlathan, excuse me, before the fall of Arlathan, even before Arlathan itself, the civilization of the elves stretched across all of Thedas like a great idolent cat. This armor was made for temple guards in a time when the creators still spoke to the elves. The techniques of its forging, even the name of the metal is forged from having long since faded from memory. So basically, it's long lost armor. Trade manifest, something you can sell, I think.
This should be easy enough.
Kind of weird rooms to just have like one chest in here with pretty mid loot.
Right.
Elven root. I would say surely this thing had to have something on it. Holy! Soldier's helmet, ashen gloves, 20 cold damage, heavy plate, and then some gems to sell. What is this? Like an astrolabe?
On. This should be easy enough. Let's get started.
Blink vellum. A corpse. The lair of the werewolves. It's underneath this like lake of water. What? Great health poultice and a lyrium potion. And I mean, I guess we'll go in, huh? I thought we were already in the lair, but I guess it just keeps going deeper. Hold your breath. The lair of the werewolves. Corpse skull.
This should be easy enough.
More werewolves. Big whirlwind. Oh god. Group heal. Oh, she's down. Okay, there's a lot of werewolves in here. What's happening? I'm getting destroyed. Holy.
What?
Why did you not taunt, brother? Horrible, horrible.
As you wish. Is it just me, or do you actually think you have a chance? Come now, defend yourself. I'm running out of energy. Let's get started.
This is a brutal room.
It's going to be me.
Tons of wolves.
This should be easy enough. This should be easy enough. Track.
Oh god. Morgan, if you hit that trap, I'm gonna be so mad at you. I like can't move her anywhere. Just hit these guys, will you? So let's deal with the trap before they. Oh god. Nuke us and heal us. That hits everyone, stuns them all off me. It's actually a pretty smart play. And why don't you get in here and taunt these boys? Reduce their damage. We cannot let them stay on our... Jesus, bro. They're a taunt, they didn't listen. Let's say we cannot let them stay on our casters. They destroy our casters, so...
Just die already. Turn back.
Some really brutal fights.
Right.
I would say I can't unlock this, but there we go.
As you wish.
Bags are just about full at this point, so... But I really don't want to go back. I think now that we got our dagger, money is less important, so I'm just gonna kind of pick and choose what we want to keep. And get rid of some stuff that we don't need to keep. Just checking all the sides before we move forward. Wonder why there's a bunch of iron rings down here. Alright, well, that should be full. Yep. Both of you go ahead and use lesser injury kits, and then let's save it right about here. And we're going to call this one here for now. Thanks for hanging out, gamers. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace and love, and God bless.